Hi guys, Bob Brown here with the Alkaline Advantage. Hey, beautiful day here in sunny Southern California. I was outside this morning working on my swimming pool. It's turned a bit green, not so good, not so healthy, and so I'm trying to get it back to its crystal clear, healthy state. In the process of doing that, adding the chemicals and everything else made me think of a question that I get asked all the time, and that is, what is the difference between alkaline water and alkalized water? So in this video, I wanted to just share with you what the difference of those two are. So stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss. All right guys, Bob Brown back again. Hey, listen, you may have noticed recently, if you go into the stores, there are a lot of bottled waters that are now claiming to be alkaline. And so a lot of different manufacturers have kind of jumped on this bandwagon because they realize and recognize that the new thing is alkalinity in water and in hydration and how important that is. So what does it mean to be alkaline though? And that's what I want to talk about, the difference between alkaline and alkalized water. So there's definitely a difference in how that affects the body and how it interacts and plays an important role with hydration. So the first side of that is alkaline water. So what is alkaline water? Alkaline water is basically water that has been changed chemically, where if you look at alkalized water, it has been changed electrically. And so there's a difference between the two. One has had chemicals added to it to produce a pH value in it, where the other has gone through an electrolysis process to produce not only a pH balance, but also some other things as well. So let me talk about that in 1 second. So let's look at alkaline water. So alkaline water has been changed chemically. So what happens with that? So again, as I was looking at the pool and putting chemicals in there to change the pH value of the pool, the same thing is true in a lot of the waters that are on the shelves today and that people are drinking. So think of it this way. So I have to be able to test, the pH balance in my pool, and so I use what's called a chem strip to be able to do that. And so in those strips, they're actually testing for a chemical composition in the water. And so as I test the water, it's going to tell me whether I need more chlorine or acid to put in the pool to bring that pH balance back. And so that's for the swimming pool. Let's think about it as far as drinking water goes. If you have drinking water and you want to change that water to bring it to an alkaline state, let's say it's a 4.5 and you want to boost that up to an 8.5 on the alkalinity scale, then what you're going to have to do is add chemicals to that. And so you can add calcium and magnesium to that, and then it'll raise the pH level of that, but it's being changed chemically. So they're actually adding something into the water to change it to an alkaline state. Now that usually doesn't last very long, and with that it's only showing a pH balance. So we test water all the time, and when I test in the water, there are some times where I get a bottled water that shows that it has a pH balance that's either above the neutral, going into 7.5 to 9.5, and with that, those waters seem to be good for you, but they don't have other qualities in them that would make them very good drinking water. So with that, let me share with you the other side of the coin here, and that would be alkalized water. So as I mentioned, alkalized water is water that has been changed electrically. So what happens with that is you have an ionizer, and water passes over plates, both titanium and platinum plates, and through the process of that, it is actually gets an electrical charge. And when it gets that electrical charge, it actually changes the molecular structure of the water, which we call restructured water. And so it takes those water molecules that are definitely larger and creates smaller water molecules out of them. And so by doing that, it actually produces active hydrogen, one of the smallest molecules in the world. And so we have this microclustering effect that takes place. So we've gone from bigger molecules, water molecules, that are definitely much more dense and more difficult to penetrate the cells in our body, to a much smaller molecule that is actually able to get into the cells at a much quicker rate. They can carry the nutrients into the body much faster and remove the toxins out of the body at a quicker rate. And so that's one of the processes that takes place as the water runs over this plates and is electrically charged, producing microclustering effect of that water. Another feature that takes place in the water by going over these plates and being electrically charged is the fact that it produces an antioxidant, a very strong antioxidant. And so for something to have antioxidant in it, it has to have a negative charge to it. And so as it is going over this water, when the actual molecules are changed, it gives it a negative ORP, which is the oxidation reduction potential, or the potential to reduce oxidation in the body. It is actually can be tested with a meter. And so as we test the water that goes through this ionizer, then it has a negative charge on it. Some of the strongest charges that you can find as far as antioxidants go is a negative 700 to a negative 800, which is very good for the body. It's antioxidant, anti-aging, great property there. And so again, also with those things that are taking place in there, it's going to raise the pH of the water, of the pH balance in the water, and it's done electrically without adding any chemicals to the water. And so you may have heard that some people talk about too much alkaline water will cause problems to the body, and part of that is, yes, alkaline water will, because it's been chemically changed. You've added calcium and magnesium to that, which if there is too much of that in the body can actually raise the blood pH, and that's where people can get sick from that. And so there's definitely a difference between the two, alkaline and alkalized water. Alkalized water is definitely much better for the body. It is going to hydrate the body at a much quicker rate because of the smaller cells. The alkalinity is there and the antioxidant properties are there. And so a great way to get healthy water into the body is by drinking water that has been alkalized. And so if you'd like some more information about this, feel free to stop on over to my website, thealkalineadvantage.com. You can check out my Facebook page, got that there, and my YouTube site as well, and I'll leave the links below for that. Listen, maybe you'd like to try this water as well to see what kind of effects it'll have in your body. If you'd like that, then send me a message and we'll touch base and see if we can't get you on a trial to do this. And so, listen, I hope you have got some value from this, understanding the difference between the two. I hope you have a great day, and I'll be talking to you real soon. God bless now.